What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today, stoked to be bringing you guys yet another new game for the channel. This time it's going to be Rogue Tower. So, I saw some other people playing this on YouTube, and I am a huge tower defense nerd. One of my favorite genres of video game, period. And I'm always looking for a new tower defense to play. This one seems to be, and I'll level with you right off the bat, it seems to be in a slightly unfinished state, or at least an unpolished state. It's got a lot of things going for it, a lot of things to recommend it. However, there are a few things which we'll talk about once we get in that perhaps, you know, are leading to some of the more negative Steam reviews that you'll see. But on the whole, mostly positive. Released about a week ago as of me recording this. Developed and published by Die of Death Games. We're going to jump on in, guys. I've never played it before, by the way. I've just watched other people play it. Single defense, double defense, triple defense. Let's start with single, I guess. Bleeding enemies cannot recover health. There's a ton of like mechanics in this. Some of which are very obvious and some of which are not. And we're going to go through them together. What I already know about the game, I learned from watching other people play. Hopefully that helps me. So this is our tower. Tower HP, gold, mana. And we expand the map ourselves and ultimately get to choose directions. Our towers will build... You know what? We'll build 4. This may not be correct, but it's fine. Alright. And there we go. So, ballistas here, if we take a look at their damage, there's 3 types of health, essentially. There's health, armor, and shield. And your towers will do different amounts of damage to each. You can change their target priority. You can see here range, rate of fire. The circle here shows the range. We can demolish for a certain amount of gold. We can upgrade them, which sometimes might be more relevant. We've got slowing, bleeding, burning, poison, which I think do damage to each of these types of HP, respectively. So bleed for health, burn for armor, poison for shield. And I think they only do half damage versus others. So there you go. And I don't much want to upgrade that. But what is also quite important is that these locations here, with increased elevation, also lend to an increase in the damage done. So you'll get a +3 here. I think that's plus 30% to range and damage. Or +3 tiles and then a 30% damage increase. I might want to actually save that location for an even stronger tower. But for now, let's take this tier 2 here, and you'll see how much bigger this is. Yeah, and you'll see the base damage is 12 as opposed to 10, really. So let's go ahead and expand. Can zoom out here. Can't really click on the enemies, but I think they're supposed to be like little goblins or orcs or something. We've got an iron vein here. Place a mine next to this resource in order to gather from it. We don't have any such a building. Let's expand. We've only got this one direction we can expand in. And we're saving some of these premier locations. I don't know if we're going to get other better towers. And these guys, I think, are hasted. Whenever they have that little bar above their head, they're hasted. So, here we go. Quality over quantity. All towers gain crit chance equal to their level, but lose 1 base damage. I mean, that seems great. Siphoning mana from these crystals here is important if you have mana as a resource that you need, but none of our towers use mana, so it's not necessary. And then giving all of our ballistas +1 range is probably pretty great. Let's try the crit and see how that goes. Here we go. And then we may want to like just upgrade some of these. Boom, just get that to like level 4. We've got a lot of cash to spend. And let's go. These locations are nice. As our range gets increased, I mean, we'll be able to hit a ton of this area. This is a really strong tower defense. kind of position here. Probably don't need to be upgrading shield damage quite this early. That's almost certainly a mistake. Expand. Alright, so a house. Every level this house will pay every adjacent tower defending it gold equal to the current level. So we want to build around it. So we can put 1, 2, 3 towers next to it, and I think we get gold based on that. Thankfully, we've upgraded some of the armor damage on our ballistas. So you'll see that like white HP bar. That's part of the armor. And we should be able to kill this guy. Nice. Alright, we have basically no gold left. But we're going to want to build next to this as soon as we can. So I think we get experience based on the damage that we've done to that particular HP type. So these guys probably won't level very much at all. Could sell them. They'll give me a little bit less than what I paid for them. Now here's an opportunity to get Tesla coils, which use mana. We have 0 mana a second. So I don't even know how that works. I would like to test the Tesla coil. However, with no mana... Interesting. I kind of guess we just take increased range. We won't see enemies with shields for quite some time. Our gold is quite low as well. Level 4, level 4. Yeah, these are all still just level 4 as we upgraded them. And we can see the damage amounts. And the range is excellent, thanks to the longbow. This is a really powerful position. I'd like to put other towers here. I know there are mortar towers. I've seen flamethrower towers. What else? There's definitely more than that. But I haven't really seen that many varieties as of yet. Nice. Okay. Let's build here. This will kind of give us a good chance to see what just a basic, super basic tower does to these guys. It's not even enough to kill one of the little ones in one shot. But yeah, we're going to hurry up and build next to this. That is the plan. Just a little more gold. This is a really powerful position for stuff. We could put more stuff here, more stuff here. I mean, a little more range and we'd be hitting everything with these towers. Do we get any extra gold just from finishing the level? It doesn't appear like it. We got 18 from the house. Alright, we've got some heavier armor dudes. This guy just has a ton of health. It's funny, when you zoom in on them, you can kind of see their differences. But there's a lot of tech in this game, too. There's a lot of upgrades. From what I've seen, the UI is one of the biggest complaints in this game. The font being too small and kind of, honestly, just boring. Which is not a complaint you hear very often, but it's one of the big ones for this game. So I don't know how far I'm expecting us to get on our first ever attempt without having access to some of the upgrades and stuff. Goblin Slayer is the achievement we unlocked. Thanks. Yeah, this is looking a little spooky. Nice. Are we just barely gonna hold? Indeed we do. So now we have the opportunity to take the Tesla to get even more range on our ballistas, which is what we were looking at, or to get the new mortar tower. Very expensive, but we're going to look to get that ASAP. and probably put it right here. On all of our biggest locations, that's where we're going to put our mortars. I'm not going to mess with the targeting priority quite yet. But there's going to come a time when that's going to make sense for us to do. And you see we've got multiple other houses here that we want to put ballistas around. A big thing in this game is understanding whether or not you should upgrade versus build. And from what I've seen in other people's videos, it seems like upgrading is the way. Building too many towers is kind of like just a mistake. And I think that other colored bar at the top is that what they call fortification. Oh, nice. That's a beautiful spot. And we're going to prioritize these guys hitting dudes with the most armor. And we're going to leak one. This is an incredible spot. And we're just going to let it naturally level itself. Sucks to leak one. Should honestly probably just sell these. And just get a mortar. Yeah. Those weren't doing anything. This will do a lot of work. And I like targeting things with the most armor. Because they're generally mixed in and amongst lots of other units. And these guys do splash damage. So yeah, they're not going to hit the thing that's in the front. But they'll be doing the damage to the thing that's probably bunched up with a bunch of other dudes. And you'll notice they're not the most accurate towers. So letting them shoot into the blob is a nice move. And we're going to kind of save up here for yet another mortar. I think that's the play. Yeah, there we go. So now I guess I see what they mean by a single path. I think when I was watching someone else play, they were able to choose multiple different branching paths. Go for most armor, and then I guess probably most health. Nice. And now they have battering rams. I really want to get some stuff over here by these. I mean, a single path tower defense is generally pretty easy. We should sell these. We should have just done that in the beginning. Having them here is just not good. Having them here is great. They're not leveled yet, so they're not amazing as far as generating gold, but the sooner we get them down, the sooner they level, the sooner they start generating real gold. Okay, what do we got? All ballistas deal +1 damage to health. We can get ourselves the mana siphon in the anticipation that we'll end up getting something that uses mana. I kind of like that, and I just kind of want to show you guys a lot of different stuff. We don't have to build anything with it yet. We don't have to even, I mean, we don't have to use it at all until we get like the Tesla Tower or something else that uses mana. There are upgrades for the ballistas that make them use mana when they shoot. But if you're going to go that route, I think you need to have a lot of mana per second being generated. But the longbow upgrade would have been super clutch too. Make no mistake. Alright, this one's covered. Now the mortars are doing the majority of the work. I think we would all agree on that. They're also incredibly expensive. Level 3, level 5. And we may end up paying to upgrade them once we get all the farms covered. And when these guys get exploded, they drop a bunch of little guys. And I guess they're technically fortified for a little while, meaning they take reduced damage. Or is that haste? I don't know. I forget which colors are which. I kind of want to build another mortar. I see no reason to stop building like in this central location, which hits everything. This is probably fine right here. Yeah, I mean, that's very good. You go for shields as well, or armor rather. Hopefully maybe I've been saying the wrong words. Hopefully I've been setting everybody to the right thing. Yes. Okay. And we for sure want you guys to level up. Knowing a little bit about the game and the mechanics already has been really helpful. I think we may have already lost if I didn't. But before you start your game, you can go into like menus and you can read all this stuff ahead of time. You can even read about the enemies. Oh, here we go. We got our first boss, level 15. Keep all of our ballistas pretty basic and continue probably just to upgrade. Our shield multiplier is pretty low. I kind of want to start upgrading some of that because I know shield enemies are going to be a thing eventually. He's got a lot of HP. So I want to say that I read that before level 15 or 16, so 15 and below, each one of these bars represents 100 HP. And then later they'll start to represent like 1,000. And then the bosses have much, much more than that even. Okay, that's all the enemies. Kind of want to watch this and see how it works. Okay. Kind of wish I could hover over and see a numerical value attached to their HP. But knowing that each of these bars is a certain amount is helpful. I think they're much, much more for the bosses, though. Yeah, our shield damage is going to be terrible. Our armor multiplier is massive. And when we level up anything, it levels up, you know, the overall strength of the towers. So it's not like a waste to focus too hard in one area. And I think putting our eggs in the mortar basket is a good idea. Alright, bye-bye green guys, the achievement we unlocked. We now have access to the Tesla coil, which is great. We also could get frost bolts, which would make all of our ballistas gain a slow, which is huge. I'm not in this to win it so much as I am to test stuff. So let's get the Tesla coil. Boom. And let's pop that. I'm assuming it's like a short range deal. So like locations like this, like this, like this, all these corners will be great. I see that chest there, by the way. This seems pretty good. Like something like this might be good. This is clearly like a really great spot. But I don't want to build too far out. I want a lot of our damage to be kind of centralized. This could be good. Let's build here and see. Oh, the range is tiny. Okay. And because I know that uses mana, let's build some of these next to them. I don't know if that's enough to keep this thing running, but we'll see. So it seems like it's great versus shields. Let's expand. And also click on this. Let's open the treasure. Yeah, let's get the frost bolts. Nice, we still get those. And you'll see the little bit of blue. That's like a slow that's being applied under their health bar. Nice. Okay, let's get more mana siphons. So we're at 4 a second now. I don't know if they're doing great, but here are the first guys, these like zombies that have shields. The slow is going swimmingly, and we've broken into the graveyard here. Nice. I don't know if this does good damage or not, but it hits everything. And I'm happy to be in the mana game. Could just like super power level it. Do the shields regenerate? I'm watching them to see. I don't think so. But everything should be leveling up now that it is now targeting shields, so we'll start getting the experience for the shield damage too. The frost ballistas I think are really helping. 5% though, maybe not a ton. I've also read that people have kind of demanded an increase in speed feature, which I kind of get now, because this might take a hot second to kill these dudes. They're very tanky. Expand it up. And the enemies are now coming in multiple directions. Now let's see if this is enough mana generation. Because once 3 of them are going at once, I'm sure it'll be tested. Let's upgrade. Upgrade, please. Get these towers doing real damage. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be a little short on mana. Once all 3 of them get going, it's pretty dicey. We've got the shield multiplier way up. And now we just kind of chill, guys. So do I get to choose where they come from now? Nice. Yeah, I can expand in all these different directions. This is great. I'm gonna expand one more this way. The idea of like splitting them up, like these guys are gonna run in here right away and get hit, and these guys are gonna take forever to come over here. So we're kind of splitting the wave, which is probably a good thing. Kind of generally upgrade everything. These dudes are pretty fast, but I don't think they'll make it very far. And then we should probably use what's coming in, the next bit of gold, to surround the farms better. Or maybe even to get us another one or two of these. And I think 8 per second is enough to cover us. What I would like to know, if any of you guys out there are watching this and you're like experts in this game already, is it beneficial? So the Tesla seem to be already primed to be great versus shields. Should I just build them to destroy shields? Should I just build our mortars with the intention of destroying armor and our ballistas with the intention of destroying health? Is that optimal? Let me know. There you go, mortars. Rain from the heavens. What do we have here? Static permeation. All Tesla coils gain 1 damage to shields. I like that. Heavy shafts. All ballistas deal 1 damage to armor, and then mana bolts. Ballistas now consume a small amount of mana and gain +3 base damage. That's a lot of base damage. It would basically require me to go hard on the mana siphons, I think. And I've only got 2 of these like cubes left. This is essentially free, so I'm going to take that. And let's expand once again in this direction. Wow. These towers should level quickly. They're going to get a lot of opportunities to shoot. And, I mean, even though the shields seem to be the kind of the sturdiest form of HP so far, they're still sending a ton of armor at us. So making it so that our ballistas do a little more armor damage doesn't seem bad. I was kind of hoping we get a new tower there, but shouldn't be greedy. I feel like this would be an excellent Tesla coil location. It is kind of hard to tell exactly how much damage they're doing. It costs so much. Let's just solve our mana problems completely. Damn, they don't really move the needle all that much, do they? I guess you just have to look at them in totality. When they're hitting 10 units at once, add it all together, I guess it is kind of a lot of damage. We're perhaps a tiny bit over-invested in mana siphons, but that's alright. Might be time for another mortar or something. Expand out that way. Alright, nice. This hits everything. We are going to pump the hell out of this tower. Even if all it does is do great damage to all the little guys so that our single target towers don't have to target them. Oh no. Okay. We already ran out of mana. Do we get bonus mana for being up high? Doesn't seem like it. But we're good now, I hope. One more just in case. Is there any houses, anything like that we're leaving on the table? We don't have any mines to make use of these iron veins. And I don't think we can interact with the graves at all. Expand out over there. Another mortar. I mean, there's nothing bad about that. Just quickly get it up to level 7. Base damage 31 on that one. That's probably our best damage. I'm watching our mana too. Seems like we're keeping up. Even with all 5 going. We might be a tiny bit behind, actually, now that I say that. What are you? I have no idea what this is. Another kind of zombie, I guess. $600. What are we spending on, man? Could get another well-placed mortar. Ooh, almost clicked on that without seeing. Dealing increased damage to shields. Ballistas now consume. Yeah. Let's get the enchanted bolts. Let's get them doing a little bit of bonus damage there. Well, level 10 right off the bat. And you notice we're not even changing the priority here. Though maybe we should. It probably is still correct to go armor into health. Teslas, we don't have to worry about it. They hit everything. Zombie Slayer is the achievement we unlocked. Excellent. I've been known to slay a zombie or two in my day. And for some reason, man, we are not able to keep up with the mana. Let me get another mortar here. Might as well change priorities and stuff while we're waiting. And I feel like building ballistas, unless we start getting like a lot of slow or some other really good effects on the ballista, I feel like building them is really only for when we see houses. They're nice in these little pockets though. I like putting the Tesla coils in the front, not necessarily in the back. Because their job is to clear as many units as possible, and when they get to this point, there shouldn't be that many left. Are these like penguins? What are these dudes? Vampires, maybe? Might be worth it for us to upgrade the heck out of our towers that are near these houses so that we can make more money. Oh man, are we not going to get them? So these guys look like they drop bats, which tells me they probably indeed are vampires. Yeah, that sucks. Keep expanding out that way. So what do they have? What's the problem? Why weren't we able to kill these dudes? Just a lot of health? What could we do to fix that? Could drop a couple of ballistas in some like prime real estate locations. Another Tesla coil perhaps in the front. And now I just feel like we're rushing to upgrade so we don't die. But even these little bats have a lot of HP. Alright, I don't think we'll leak here. I don't like it though. That was a little close for comfort. This is probably a good Tesla. If we can support them all. Alright, static permeation, poison damage, or additional damage to armor. Let's take the poison bolts. I just want to see how that functions. And our second ever boss. A zombie Oogie. Makes sense. We killed him the first time. So, poison is a damage over time that primarily affects shields, but I think it still does damage even to non-shields. Kind of just want to start putting these in a lot of places and letting them try to level. Make sure we're putting poison and slow on a ton of stuff all over the place. Seems to be working. I haven't really touched the boss though, but we cleared almost the entirety of the rest of the wave. Keeping him slow is probably a big deal. That's a lot of stacks of poison. And he's like fully slowed now. Nice. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. Poor zombie Oogie. This is going pretty well for our first ever run. With like nothing unlocked. He dropped like some little zombie ninja dudes. These dudes are super fast. Get out of here, guys. Nice. Guess who's back is the achievement we got. Awesome. With multiple treasure chests. More damage to shields or frost bolts too. I like getting the additional slow. That seems good. Extra damage to health or even more damage to armor. Let's take the extra damage to health. This feels kind of like a good time for another mortar, maybe. Just another one right here in the center. Yeah, I don't hate that. And let's go. What is this? An Occult Shrine. The strange shrine holds untold amounts of knowledge. Place a university next to it to learn what mysteries it holds. Well, I don't have access to any university, so I guess we won't be building that. Looks like the weather has changed. We've got little demons. I guess those purple guys are probably ghosts. Man, are we going to be good here? This doesn't look very good. I don't know what these demon guys do. Maybe just have a crap ton of HP. Looks like maybe they're healing. Yeah, look, it looks like their HP's coming back. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know if we can kill these guys. We don't have a ton of towers back here. Even if we place them, they're not leveled. So I guess this is like the HP round, and we did not have enough HP damage. And if these guys are in fact healing, then, I mean, we're just... Maybe our damage is too spread out. I think we just straight lose here. But what a fun first run. Game over. Can take a second here to look at the stats. What did well, what didn't. We got experience that I think we can use to unlock stuff. Let's go to the menu and see what we can do. Under upgrades. Holy crap. Okay, well. This is what people are talking about when they're talking about the UI. It's a little weird, huh? It's not horrible. At least I can scroll in and I can read it, and I think you guys can read it too. But I don't even know. So what do we have here? Permanent upgrades. Blue upgrades give permanent bonuses, which you benefit from at the start of each game. Oh, that's cool. Yellow upgrades can be drawn randomly during each game. So maybe I should just focus on getting some blue ones. Draw an additional card when you draw upgrade cards. That seems good. All enemies drop 1 additional gold when they die and begin the game with an additional 100 gold. That seems good. Generate 1 mana a second at the tower. Some towers require mana in order to function. Got it. Okay. Increase your maximum mana capacity. Increase your tower hit points. I don't know if that's all that clutch. And then the blues here. So it looks like we leveled the hell out of the concussive aspect of our mortar. Mortars permanently gain 1 damage to armor. I think it's probably better to invest in blues, huh? What about this one? What about the Tesla? 1 damage to shields permanently. I mean, the gold seems excellent. But what do we have here? Ballistas, mortars, Tesla coils, poison sprayer, great against shields, weak against armor, flamethrower, great against armor, weak against shields, and the frost keep, which slows them for the damage dealt. We've got the shredder. They bleed enemies, which is good versus HP. Fortifies nearby paths with landmines. That sounds cool to play with. Lookout. Spots enemies and adds this tower's stats to all damage the marked target takes. That's interesting. A particle cannon. Uses mana to obliterate single enemies at extreme ranges. Slow firing but extremely powerful against shields. That seems sweet. An obelisk. Use mana to create a concentrated beam of destruction. Short range but very good at destroying armor. And then the radar calls in biplane to perform airstrikes from afar. Those are cool concepts. I want to get at least 1 or 2 towers. I think they said we had 900 and something. No, we have 1300 experience actually. Pardon me. Gold drop, I think, is absolutely necessary. More gold. Let's begin the game with 100 extra gold. Drawing an additional card, I think, is important. Generating 1 mana a second at the tower. Oh, so we start with like a passive. Okay. I get that. I get it. I'm not a dummy. These we can also unlock. Mines. This building can be placed next to iron veins. It gives your tower +1 max hit points and a 10% chance every level to repair damage. I think if we're playing the game right, we probably don't need that. The mana bank. This building generates 4 mana a second through the magic of the magic market. It also increases your maximum mana by 20. Okay. Haunted house. This building consumes 1 mana a second to commune with spirits from adjacent graves and tax them. So, yeah, okay. Another way to make money once we get to the zombie stage. And then the university. When placed next to an occult shrine, this building can be used to fund research into lost knowledge, giving global bonuses. Banditry. All enemies drop an additional 2 gold when they die, but they also deal 1 damage if they reach the tower. This seems great. Ideally, if I'm playing right, nothing is touching my tower, and I'm just making way more money. All enemies generate 1 mana when they die, but their speed is increased. Ugh. Now that, I don't know. It's not much of a speed increase, but it could allow us to play without any like mana siphon tech. But banditry for sure. And then banditry 2 I also like. I'm going to hold off on banditry 3 because I think are we not unlocking other cards? Can I not get... Oh, I need 3 more cards to get this. I want to go down this and just get the gold drops. So it might be worth it for us just to grab a bunch of cheap stuff. We can make our mortars specialize in whatever type of damage we want. I see how this works now. Aha. Right now they're specialized kind of in what they're normally specialized in. It's probably worth it to get the frost keep, flamethrower, and poison sprayer. I kind of also want to see like one of these super towers. Let's maybe save that for another day. We can get the gold drop 2 now. Enemies just straight up drop additional gold. I also like getting the sorcery 2. Sure. We'll increase our maximum mana capacity. That's cheap. Take a lot of the cheap upgrades. Maybe get like the haunted house and the mana bank. And banditry 3 is probably fine. If we're going to go in too deep, we might as well go in even more. And the only things I really want are more towers. I want to have access to the towers. The shredder. I'm curious how the landmines work. I kind of want to try this particle cannon. And the obelisk. You know what? Screw it. We'll grab the particle cannon. Then come back here and get the good cheap stuff. Gold drop. Sorcery. So we now get 3 mana generation period, which is great. Repair 1. Every level there's a chance. A 0% to 33% chance your tower repairs 1 damage. The chance is based off how much damage your tower has taken. Huh. I don't much care for this. And I think maybe getting 1 level of lifesteal is probably good. We won't notice that kind of speed increase. Begin the game with another additional 100 gold. Oh man, look, I mean, look how much stronger we already are. Just all the stuff we've already built. I mean, even just getting the additional 3 gold when the enemies die, plus another 200 when the game starts, plus we get to draw more cards, so we can filter through, really get the stuff that we want to see. We've got our own mana, so that's like, this is straight up like 300 gold worth of stuff here. And a ton of new towers, stuff we can look forward to seeing in the next one. And then I'll probably just grab one of each of these when I can, just because they're so cheap. It'll put us closer towards these other goals here. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. And we can also reset it, which is nice. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Brett. Channel is Goodtalk Gaming. And so far, we've made it all the way to the Imp. And we can see here, they heal for 200 a sec. Vampires heal for 100. So now we know. Skeletons, ghosts, bats, zombies. Armored orcs, trolls, armored goblins, orc goblins. How many more enemies are there? Not that many. We made it pretty damn far. Guys, like I said, thanks for watching. My name is Brett. Channel is Goodtalk Gaming. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care, guys.